Alright, back again. I'm sorry that my videos have been so spread apart. 2020 has not been the best year for anybody, and it's definitely took a toll on America in general, economy, people's jobs. It's just been a mess. Now, my wife was laid off during all that garbage there to kind of begin with, and then it's she got her, everything was fine. She's back. She's been back to work for quite a while, but I thought I'd come back and say that it's no excuse, but just a lot of things have happened this year that's not allowed me to put the videos out that I want, and I'm not really good at them anyway. And at this point, this was September 27th of 2020. I have 533 subscribers. Man, I really appreciate it, guys. I'm trying to do this as kind of an update video and a thank you video and stuff, because I'm not doing this for the money, and I don't make anything either, so I don't have near enough people or whatever, but I can't believe there's that many people actually interested in some of the stuff I do. So if there's anything that you kind of want to see specifically, whether I kind of covered it or didn't cover it enough, or if you want to see something specific, I've kind of said this in the past, man, just message me. I'll try to show you, or had somebody message me the other day. I put that HEI distributor in that old Mustang here a year or two back, and a 65 Mustang, and during the second part of it, somebody had messaged that I didn't show me wiring it up, and I actually did the wiring between the second and third video. When I came back on the third one, it was actually already wired. So you know what, I really didn't show it. I kind of said what I did, but I didn't really show it. But anyway, let's get on with this. This is my 2008 Chevrolet Suburban, and I wanted to bring you back and kind of give you this as I'm not done with this project by any means, but I am so far behind on the videos, I don't even know where to start or end. So I just decided to bring you back, give you the update right now. We bought this thing mid-March of 2020. It is, like I said, the 27th of September. So let's get on with my original goal. Was I wanted to buy this thing for $5,000, which I did, and I wanted to get the check engine light, and I wanted to get that the tire monitoring system light off, and I wanted to rebuild the rear end, and I had $1,000 budget. So let's see if this actually happened. Now, my hen scratch is not going to be easy for you to cipher, and I'm sorry for that. And there's a lot of other things I replaced on this because I decided to keep it. Had I just fixed the minimum and then turn around and put this thing for sale, I wouldn't have put brakes on it. I wouldn't have put tires and wheels on it. I wouldn't have put a cold air intake. I wouldn't have changed plugs and wires because it ended up needing done. I also, if I recall, transmission filter fluid. I think I did I did the transmission fluid filter. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference. I added to it. But the main goal was to see if I could fix what was wrong with it for the $1,000. So let's see what we got. This is my hen scratch. This is what we started with. That's the wheel monitoring system. I said wheel speed. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, 177.35. I got it from AutoZone. They're junk. I can't get them to work. So whether I don't have the way, I actually bought a tool to try to get them to wake up, and that tool will not work with these, or I'm not doing something right. It doesn't matter. I'll deal with that later. Gear oil, $30. Rear end, that was the Auburn Limited Slip with all the, the gasket, the, all the stuff that I got with the bearings and, that kind of stuff. Was $400 shipped to the house. And then oil pressure switch, carb choke cleaner, the B12 when I did the throttle body, and then that canister vent solenoid, which I did kind of a video on that. I actually lost the whole thing, but I showed you what I did. It was $145.01. Grand total on that was $752.36. That did not include mounting the wheel, those monitors in the wheels. That would have been another probably $40-50. But I did something different there. So let's just say, even without that working, I still had $750 in it. That was still less than $1,000. So let's see what else I replaced that brought it above what had to be replaced because I decided to keep it. Forgive my hen scratch. Door lock actuators for the driver and passenger door. I got the cheap ones, $46. Now one of the back ones don't work. Motor mount. I got it off eBay, $28.35. It was junk. It was not cast right, and I fought and finally couldn't get it on. Spent another $90 at AutoZone. So you really have to add another $90 to this. Brake light switch. The reason I replaced that is 26 something, but for $30, the reason I did is because the cruise control still would not work. And when I Googled it, and everybody was saying in the forums and stuff like that, that even though the brake lights are working, that switch for some reason is showing that your brake pedal is depressed so that the cruise will not set. That made sense. It was 30 bucks. Cruise control works great. Rear brake pads, 3812. They were junk when I pulled the rear end apart, so I had to replace them. I've also recently done the front ones and haven't put it on here. So probably another 40 bucks. So let's go with a 90 for the other motor mount and another 40 for brakes. Transmission filter fluid, Transex, and gear oil. I don't remember. I think I had to get extra, or maybe I bought extra and didn't use it. Didn't matter, 75 bucks. Oil filter, floor mats, 107.29. No, I did not need these big heavy rubber floor mats, which are dirty, but I like the heavy rubber ones, and they were like 65 bucks, whatever they were, 60 bucks. So that's where that came from. So I think they were 65. And then sway bar bushings, that's right, that were $25.60. Grand total of $350.39. Add another 90 for that other motor mount, another 40, so it's another, 130 bucks onto that. So you end up with close to 500 or whatever that number. I don't really care. So anyway, with that said, where the rest of my money came in was wheels, tires, lug nuts, and that hand scratch at the bottom was 10 bucks for instrument. That was that sticker kit. Come on, focus. Come on. It was that sticker kit for the radio and the climate control because they were so bad. I've got a video. I don't have it out. I did do a video on it, however, so I didn't replace the two that are kind of scraped, or three, or whatever it is. I'll do that sometime. I just kind of got lazy. I can't believe how dusty all this stuff gets. So anyway, wheels and tires. Oh, and by the way, it's oops, went too far. Okay, so I have no check engine light. I've got one random one right after I first put the stuff together, and then never got another one until I got one on the #1 cylinder misfire. We'll get into that later. So I cannot get rid of that tire monitoring light. But as you can see, it has 207,339 miles. When I bought it, it had 202,000 miles. So we put 5,000 miles on this thing. It runs great. Everything works as it should. Holds good oil pressure still. I mean, good enough. And all the gauges worked. AC works. I've got the XM hooked up. I mean, everything works like it should. I'm really, really happy with the truck itself. As a Suburban in a whole, I'm really happy with it. I did replace some. I did have to replace some bulbs, so I went ahead and put some in, all of them, because there's no sense in doing just part of them. And so, of course, you have to pull the front bumper cover off. So I put that off till about the end. Got it. I also want you to see, I was so worried about this thing using antifreeze, and in 5,000 miles has not used a drop. I've not added to it since I got it, and I'm really, really happy with that. It has not used a drop of oil. I did put a cold air intake on it. I don't even remember if I have a video on that or not. I'm going with probably not. I don't remember which one this was. It was a little more than the one I got before. The tube isn't quite as big around. The biggest problem is when you wash it with the big high pressure washer at the car wash. It actually does, I think, get a little water in it because this thing kind of runs like crap there for a little bit before it straightens up. I don't remember if I got a video on the plugs and wires, but I think I do. I just don't have them out. Huge plug wires I put on there from JDM Sports or something like that. I don't remember now. And some ruthenium, not the other ones, not the yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the ones that these require. Man, it's not coming to me for some reason. I always use the AC Delco though plugs, but when they say that the NGK come out with what they call ruthenium, which is supposed to be better than the, not platinum, what am I after? Iridium is what I'm after. So I decided to give them a try because I got them off of Rock Auto and they were cheaper than buying the actual, Iridium ones from here in town. So we'll give it a try. I do have a video on it. It has not used a drop of oil. Oh, and I did replace, I don't think I did video on it because I had to do it in a hurry. I did replace the transmission cooling lines. It ended up that little plastic black thing you see down there had actually separated and moved to a funny location and allowed the lines to run together, and actually rubbed a hole in the line. So yeah, I did. They're not all that expensive, and they had them in stock, I think, at AutoZone, now that I think about it. So anyway, long story short, these are the wheels and tires I put on. I didn't have to do it, but we decided to keep it, so I went ahead and did it. As you can see, though, they are off of a 2017 Chevrolet Z71 pickup truck. Wheels and tires both. He had about 1,200 miles on them. This guy I worked with, he put aftermarket on, and I finally talked him out of them. So they were about 900 bucks though, and then the lug nuts I bought from AutoZone didn't work, so I had to buy these off of eBay. So I got more money than I probably, you know. Yes, I have more in it, but we plan on keeping this thing for a long time. I don't have any reason not to. So anyway, so this is where we're at, and I sure like this thing, and it looks good. These wheels really set it off. I was concerned that, you know, I didn't know how they were going to look, but you know, it kind of sets it off. It kind of makes it look a little newer than it was. So anyway, guys, that's the update on this, and I'm going to get on to some more things now and try to keep you a little more, you know, a little better content, a little bit better, you know, videos. We'll see you later.